Eric Hunstiger, the course president, and Troy Lovett, whom we affectionately call the course counselor at this point because they have some things that they'd like to talk about. Guys, are you there? All yours.
We've got some family business to talk over, and since you're a part of our family, we thought you'd enjoy being a part of this. Some 17 years ago, the board of directors of the Thoroughbreds wanted an award that measured more than just our yearly award. We always have awards that we give out at the end of the year, but there are particular things that happen during the year. And the Thoroughbreds being our age, we have some gentlemen through the years who have contributed way beyond what we could recognize as just a yearly award. So the Lifetime Achievement Award was founded, and since that time, 7 Thoroughbreds have won that award. We'd like to make it 8 tonight. The gentlemen that you see to my left, your right, are the recipients of that award. Now, 3 of the recipients are deceased: Mr. George Oswine, Mr. Bruce Garwood, and Mr. John Barkley. One of the winners, John Zender, is playing with the Monarchs tonight, so he couldn't be with us. The other 3 gentlemen here, Mr. Jim Burgess, Mr. Harold Fowle, and Mr. Barry Knott. I don't want you to think now this is a qualification for this award, but the 2 gentlemen on the outside here, combined service with the Thoroughbreds amounts to about 110 years. The gentleman that we're going to present this award to tonight joined the Thoroughbreds in 1962, just a few weeks before the Thoroughbreds won their first gold medal. His talents were immediately recognized by Jim Miller, Joe Wise, and he became part of the music team. In 1965, the Citations were formed, and you've already heard much about the Citations. The only thing that I would add to that is that these gentlemen mentored so many of the quartets, the Interstate Rivals, the Bluegrass Student Union, as well as being the coaching quartet of the Thoroughbreds through all the glory years. This gentleman, in 1975, decided that he wanted to do more than just the local chapter, so he joined the judging fraternity, and he became a sound judge, a position that he held for 28 years. In the 80s, 1985, he had his first stint as our director, from 85 to 87. In 1987, he felt that the society's call, I suppose that's what it was, to come to Kenosha, Wisconsin, so that he could become an executive director. And he became in charge of the meetings and conventions and served in that capacity for 10 years. When he returned, he again became the director of the Thoroughbreds. The crowning part of this gentleman probably came late in his career in 2003 when he joined with the Barons, a long-time established Cardinal District Quartet, and won the senior championship. Now, I've given you the facts, but this award is really much more than just facts. It has to do with spirit. It has to do with heart. It has to do with a love for this great chapter. All of us, perhaps you can tell, love the Thoroughbred. This gentleman has been one of the great Thoroughbreds. You know, when they have a beauty contest, after all the facts and figures are in, sometimes the very best way is just to look up there and see if she passes the eye test. Now, in no way am I saying this gentleman is an American beauty. But I am saying to you that he is a beautiful Thoroughbred. So it gives me a tremendous amount of pleasure and satisfaction to introduce to you the 8th recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award of the Thoroughbred Chorus, Mr. Ken Buckner. Now, our president, Eric Hunstiver, has another award.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to recognize Ken's 20-some years of judging and devotion to the society in so many different ways. The Thoroughbred Chorus would like to honor Ken's years of judging and his expertise in that by creating a scholarship. And this is the Ken Buckner Candidate Judge Scholarship. And what we will do is we will help finance judges as they come from the Thoroughbred Chorus or the Cardinal District in his name. Ken.
Y'all gonna make me cry. This is a total surprise and shock to me. I had no idea that this was going to happen, and I can't begin to express my gratitude to the chapter, to the Thoroughbreds, and to the other recipients of the Lifetime Achievement Award. All great Thoroughbreds and well-deserved. And I just want to say thanks. It's been a good ride. Thank you.
Anytime we had a rehearsal or anything, he always comes off some hard news, but actually he's a bit of a marshmallow. Rich, I think we can take those house lights back to nothing now. Thank you. I'm going to introduce a half a quartet here now, only because one of their members had a previous engagement and could not make it, and the other one is in Florida, and decided that he would rather be in Florida than come back home to this, well, it's balmy spring weather that we had today, so it's a good thing for him to be in Florida. In 1978, Cincinnati, Ohio, a strange thing happened that had never happened before. The Thoroughbreds won the chorus contest. Well, that wasn't strange, because that had happened a number of times before, but the quartet that won the contest was from the Thoroughbred Chorus. And the quartet championship and the chorus championship had never before been won by the fellows from the same chapter. Now that's a pretty significant thing because it's only happened, I think, 2 times more since then. If you look at your programs in the bio again, I'm going to make a slight correction. The last line says something about still going strong after 25 years. I think what that means is none of them have died yet. Because they actually hung it up as a quartet and singing performances 2 years ago in December of 2006. Unfortunately, as I mentioned, the bass, Ricky Stab, and the tenor, Alan Hatton, could not be here, but I would like to introduce to you, bring out on stage, the lead singer and the baritone singer, Kitty Hatton and Dan Burgess of the Bluegrass Studio. Barbershop quartets of all time, and always a class act, even when only half of them are here. Now, there's another one going to come along in here, and it happened a little bit later in let's see, when was that? Was that 87, you guys? Who said 87? Yeah, 87, right, God. You know, the thing about getting old is you can't remember stuff. 1987. And this group of young men, and they were young, they're not so young now, and they won the International Quartet Championship, which is a tremendous feat. It's an awful lot of work, and I can only imagine what the thrill would be to have your name, your quartet name called out then. So, if you would do the same thing as they do when they call that name out at an international convention, would you please welcome the 1987 International Championship
Well, there's a place I'd like to be. It's Kentucky, don't you see? Where your friendly neighbors smile and say hello. It's a pleasure and a treat to be handed down the street. That's why I want the whole wide world to know. I love those dear hearts and gentle people who live in my hometown. Because those dear hearts and gentle people will never ever let you down there in the good book. Buried from Friday till Monday. That's how the weekend goes. I've got a dream house I'll build there one day with a picket fence and rambling rose. I feel so welcome each time that I return. My happy heart beats like those dear hearts and gentle people will never ever love me. Ever so humble with friends who live in my hometown. My hometown.
Thank you very much. It's great for us to be here singing and doing this again. As Dave said, we won in '87 and we formed in '82, and we were 5 then. We were the Osmond But for those of you who don't know who we are, I thought it might be kind of cool to introduce the guys to you. And I'll do it from lowest voice to highest voice. So our bass, living in Louisville, Kentucky, is Mr. Jay Hawkins. Jay lives here in Louisville and he works for UPS. He started actually about the time that Quartet got together in '82, and we were really excited because he just got a promotion. He's in the front of the truck now, so he's really doing really good. And okay, so our baritone from Cincinnati, Ohio, is Mr. Paul Gilman. There's really nothing funny to say about Paul. He's just he's a great guy. He's a lot of fun, great singer, and I guess the most interesting thing about him, I guess, is that he's originally from Buffalo. So, and of course, most of the rest of us are from normal parents, and that's as good as it gets, baby. That's it. Our lead is from Cincinnati, Ohio, but is moving to Baltimore area, DC area, Washington DC area, Mr. Joe Conley. Joe is one of 3 guys in our whole society to have 3 gold medals in 3 different groups. And he did it about 7 years before the other 2, so that's kind of cool. And his current quartet, Old School, is 5th place, so we're kind of hoping he might have 4 of those pretty soon, I think. And he just got married last weekend, so we're congratulations. That's very cool. And my name is Buckner. I'm from here in Louisville. I sing tenor. And I actually got married a year and a half ago as well. I said it wouldn't last. So, yeah. But my wife, it's really cool. My wife is from Canada, okay? So she comes in here, we're living in Louisville, and she's like, how do you cancel school from a prediction of 2 inches of snow? And, you can't find milk or bread anywhere. It's like we're going to be trapped for months. It's just really funny. But the cool thing is, through all the immigration, we learned a lot of stuff through the immigration and getting her actually here from Canada. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but you don't have to marry a relative here. It's encouraged, of course, but it's not a law or anything. I didn't know that either. And she was actually detained at the border. They were, with 9/11, security's really bad, and they were going to charge her with trying to smuggle books into Kentucky. They let her off. Nobody could prove they were books. we used to really love to do, we like to do for you now, but it kind of means a little something more to us now. And it's from a neat movie called The Five Pennies. It's called Lullaby Red.
As we sail away to dreamland, high above the moon you'll hear a silvery note as a Sandman takes your hand. So rock-a-bye, my baby, don't you cry, my baby, sleepy time is nigh. So won't you ride as we sail away to dreamland, high above the moon you'll hear a silvery note as a Sandman takes your hand. So rock-a-bye, my baby, don't you cry, my baby, sleepy time is nigh. So won't you rock Does your mother know you're out to steal ya? Does she know that I'm about to steal ya? Oh my, when I look in your eyes, something tells me you and I should get together. How's about a little kiss, Cecilia? Just kiss you never miss Cecilia. Why should we two keep on wasting time? Oh, Cecilia, say that you'll be mine.
Can't be the same fly 20 years later.
This one sounds good to me, so when you say real deal, does your mother know you're out to steal ya? Does she know that I'm about to steal ya? Oh my, when I look in your eyes, something tells me you and I should get together. How's about a little kiss, Cecilia? Just kiss you never miss Cecilia. Why should we two keep on wasting time? Oh, Cecilia, say that you'll be mine. You'll be
Hey, you know, it was said earlier a lot of very wonderful things about the Citations Quartet. And this quartet preserved that last song from the Citations. They taught it to us, although I don't think we did it as well as they did. But we...
And the Citations, the guy that got the award earlier, that's my daddy.
You know, the Citations were such great mentors to us. Ken and Jim were our primary coaches for the Interstate rivals, and also when Paul and I sang in a quartet called Marquee, they were the primary coaches. So we've learned an awful lot from those guys, but not everything that they know. So we're hoping one of these days we'll get the chance to work with them again and let them assist us in becoming better singers and better people. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for your wonderful applause this evening. It's so much fun for us to have the opportunity to sing for you once again. And we'd like to leave you with a song that's got a message that we all hope that one day that we'll go up to that place that's reserved for all of us. Thank you so very much for a great evening.
Sunday morning when my life is o'er, I'll fly away to a home on God's blessed shore. I'll fly away, I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. When the shadows of life have grown, I'll fly away. Like a bird from prison bars has flown, I'll fly away, fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away.
Fly away,
I will fly away, I will fly away, I will fly away. Just a few more weary days of land, I'll fly away to a land where joys never end. I'll fly away, I'll fly away, I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away, I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away, I'll fly away, I'll fly to the sky.
Bill, in 1989 in Kansas City, another one of those contests we had, and a quartet, once again, from the thoroughbreds, managed to win that contest and earn the title of International Champion Quartet. None of them could be here with us tonight. Two of them live in Sweden, one of them lives in Florida, and another one just moved from Columbus, Ohio, out to Oregon. Did I say that right? Oregon? Oregon? The state above California. The name of that quartet was the second edition. A couple of the guys, we tried really hard, to get them to come in here, but we weren't able to do that. A couple of the guys in that quartet, by the last name of Harrington, came from another little quartet called the Harrington Brothers. Managed to win 4th place medals twice. Yeah, pretty good quartet here. We wish they could be here, but maybe if you clap loud enough just to say, hey, we recognize that you were 89 champions, they'll hear you all the way in Sweden and Florida. And the quartet was actually going to come up and sing this next one. There's something to be said for longevity in old guys. you read the bio in the program, I think this quartet over the years, they started when music was still chipped out of stone tablets, and I think they've had 317 members in their quartet in the lifetime. Not really, not that many, but it's been our number, I think it's a two-digit number, the number of guys in the quartet. But finally, after perseverance, they managed to reach the goal that they wanted to do. They became the Seniors Champion Quartet. A number of years back, the society created a separate thing, and you could become a seniors champion. You have to be minimum 55 years. And I asked them this afternoon what the age number, because there's a magic number.